Denny, you are indeed first. Welcome on in. How are you? We have a bit of a low voice today. It's a tad bit more dark. I don't know. It's the end of the day and it's low as fuck. Cat, hi. Welcome on in. Jed, welcome on in. Have a good lurk as well. How is everyone doing on this, I think it's Thursday for most people, right? Stony, you are not late, but kind of late. The new tone of voice came with, I don't know if I caught a cold or something, but kinda. I mean, it's kinda low. It is kinda low. My voice can go low anyway, so yeah. That happens. I think we have 2 more Discords to spam and then we will be back. Estonia, I have news for you. That are kinda related to the title of today's stream, but not exactly, but kinda, not exactly, but kinda. It's a derivative thing that I could do potentially. How? How the fuck do you have the notification on Discord at 31, whereas on regular days it's like at 40 something? Fuck off. My bad. Sorry. It's all good. Yeah. Damn, we start strong. So, you know what? We can start with this. That's fine. It will be okay. It will be fine. I will be okay. I'm tired, so that's where the tone of voice is coming from. I am like extremely low in terms of tiredness and all that. But most importantly, I have had some IDs yesterday, Stony, mainly IDs for you. But right, let me explain potentially what I have in mind. It's not a definitive thing. It's just an idea. It's just an idea, right? Right now, you are working on the back end, and so that doesn't really impact me. And the thing that I can do don't really impact you either right now. So because we don't really have like new pages to work on or new feature to work on. I'm thinking about doing something that we haven't spoken sprachen about ever, which is the first potential install of the software and the onboarding that goes with it. Because I was thinking, well, if we have new customers, client, whatever, they need to have like a bit of an onboarding to know how the thing is working, even though it is simple for most people who will like most likely be converting from a competitor, Jellyfin, Plex, whatever, to No Mercy. I'm thinking for the people who are not converting, the behavior and the way that the thing is working is foreign to them. So working on an onboarding flow could be interesting. So I thought about that yesterday and I was like, you know what? Onboarding on desktop are usually easy-ish to do. And for the feature that we have, I think we could find something that makes it kind of interesting for everyone. So I'm thinking about it. I don't know what your feeling is, but that might be a good idea. But yeah, that's some of the ideas that I had yesterday, and I'm thinking it could work. However, you just said that you are working on the front end, so I don't know if or what you are doing on that section, and we'll go see later. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Um, Music player logic. Well, I don't know if I can exactly help on the logic of the music player. I mean, you are taking Spotify as an example, and if you just follow what they have already, you should be fine. Um, but I mean, that depends on you. Depends on you. That depends. Whatever the fuck you want to do. These sounds are weird. Sorry. So yeah, I don't really know. I have like some ideas of things here and there for potential onboarding. I have kept the dribble page open just in case, because right, we have things that could be interesting in there. I don't know. And yeah. But if you need me specifically for the music player, we can take a look at that as well. As well. Um, yeah, I mean I'm not against it at all. Um, isn't yeah okay. Well, that's not good. That is not good. Um, yeah, cat. That seems like a good idea. That seems like a good idea. Um, if you have my voice in the background, you may hear things later. I don't know. It depends, and we'll see. We will see. I don't really need you for the onboarding. I mean, I need you for some of the behaviors, but it's not exactly like I don't need you 100%. At least not right now. So you're kind of good. If you need to work on something else at the same time, and like just keep me in the background and answer some questions here and there, that will be okay. That will be okay. But yeah, some of the example that I have kept are these cards that I think are pretty interesting and pretty simple to recreate, like dark mode, whatever, um, to showcase the features. And I kind of wanted to have like something that either is after login, if there is like a login thing, um, or like a bit of a more interesting onboarding, like these ones, which could potentially work, right? If you have two options, which is I already have a server or I don't have a server, and then you just create something and um, uh, Denny kinda, not exactly, but kinda, but not exactly. So SaaS is something as a service. I forgot what it is, but like software as a service, right? That's the acronym, the thing that it means, and basically most of the time it is Napcat. Hi, welcome on it. Most of the time it is bitch. That's that song. Yeah, something as a service will do. Yes. Most of the time it's just like a product that is online. Most of the time, and dashboards are services online. So people are doing dashboards most of the time. But I mean, if you are asking about Lapa and their SaaS section, which I think they used to have, but I don't know if they still have it. Yeah, they I think they removed it. They just called it software. But yeah, if if you're looking for landing pages examples, Lapa in the software things will give you more examples of options, potentials, interesting landing pages for you. But if you're looking at SaaS on Dribble, then yeah, you will probably find some dashboards because it's online and it's a service. That's it. Everything that is a software that is payable is basically a SaaS. So, for example, my company, we are doing a SaaS as well. We have a software as a service. It's not exactly a software per se, but we have a kind of dashboard, a table type of thing. So, yeah, basically anything that you can use that is a software that you can buy, yeah. A SaaS as a service, probably. There are some websites where you can pay people to degrade you, but that depends on your kink. No shame in that, but it exists. I guess SaaS as a service exists in a way. Holy fuck! Sorry. Okay, so I need to. Yeah, antiviruses also are SaaS, basically. In a way. But that's also why before software as a service, as a name, it was just called software. And that's it. It was it. So yeah, any basic software that has like I would say a subscription model is a SaaS. Anything that is like a one-time fee is a software per se, but as soon as it have like a subscription model where you need to pay every month or every year or every whatever, it becomes the other one. Yeah. So on the side notes of bullshit that is myself. I'm still sore from Sunday gym session. still like this point right here, that was from Tuesday gym session, so it's like 3 days ago ish, but it also started to hurt a bit on Sunday, and you know the meme where gym bros cannot like have their arm straight along their body. I haven't had the ability to extend my arm without pain for the past 3 days, basically, because these tendons right there, this insertion of muscles, are extremely painful. So yeah, Sunday soreness is here, and Tuesday soreness is here. It's just fucking annoying. And then this morning was legs, so tomorrow I can't go take a shit because I can't sit down. That's what happened usually. It's just that's how things work with my body. So I need to restart the process of getting into the routine and getting everything in the right place. Anywho, so these are the models that I was thinking. The types of model that I was thinking about. The only thing where I might need you is I don't exactly know what are the steps that you want the user to have. So in my mind, and maybe if you can just give me the steps in the chat, that would be cool. But in my mind, you have login, define if you already have a server or if you are creating a fresh new server. If you are creating a fresh new server, you have to name the server, locate the files in your drive probably, and because you are making it on the same computer, and then start parsing or whatever, and then you arrive on the homepage and we explain where things are and how things work. So that's the main thing. And if you already have a server, it's basically either it locates the server on your network, if that's a thing, or it needs to know which server you have access to with your account, in which case there is no need for that locate server because it's linked to your account, so you already have it in the list. So I don't know exactly how that would work. I think on your page specifically you have the choose a server thing, right? Which is one of the reasons why I'm thinking that it should have like either the one that you already have if you have an account, and or creating a server thing. I know, but the steps should be simple. If you can explain it through chat on the first login for the first time, or the first login on a new machine, then it means that the onboarding can be simple. If you say that it's hard to explain, that means that the onboarding is not good enough right now and we need to simplify it. So the server registers itself, okay. But what if you don't have a server yet, right? If you clicked on this, I don't have a server yet. Zenitsu, hi. Welcome on in. How are you? How was your day? Slow day? Okay. Was a fabulous day? That's cool. That is cool. Day off. That is nice. That is nice. I have 2 days off next week. I'm not there I'm not working on Wednesday and I'm not working on Friday. We might not have a stream on Friday. I will, like, how do I say that? Confirm, but I don't think we will have a stream on Friday. My sister is coming to France. Damn it, to Paris, because we have some deceased people that needs to be signed off. So we need to, right, have the papers with the lawyers done and all that. So she will stay with me for the weekend. So probably no stream on Friday, and a shorter-ish stream on Thursday because she is arriving later that day, like 22 something. So it's, yeah, right. So when you install the server and start it up, it will go into my API and announce its existence. Then it will open your browser and ask you to log in with Keycloak. Okay. Then it will link itself to your user account and it appears there. Then you should get a wizard that forces you to set up the rest. Yes. So the wizard the onboarding that I'm talking about is basically that entire funnel, but I guess what I was thinking about is the space in between the download, install, and start server, because I don't exactly know how that works. Love to see that. I don't have the balls to go full pure black. I saw you were on the file earlier today, Denny. Right there. I saw you were there, but um, you have pure black right there, though. Ah, no, you don't have pure black. You came back to uh, '07. That's fine. That's fine. Let's not reveal secrets right now, shall we? Not just yet. Um, yeah. So one of the sad thing about pure black on background is you lose the ability to get shadows and elevations, right? It's not much, but you lose the ability to get like some type of physical elevation on elements, because if you add a shadow that is black, it's not visible on top of pure black, and then if you add a shadow that is not exactly black, it basically makes the element glow, which is different than raising up from the floor. So it has benefits mainly. I mean, it has a lot of benefits mainly on video format. Thinking about the YouTube website right now, because it makes the entire thing a bit cleaner, but also, right, I agree, not a lot of people have OLED and AMOLED displays for desktop. We have them for phones, but not exactly for desktops. So it's a tad more complicated. Indeed. Indeed. But yeah. So, Stony, what shall I do? Shall I do something? Can I do something? Should I not do something? Do I have access to one server but not the other one? And if I click on it... Oh, you're trying to force it? Okay. Don't worry about it. If it's too complicated, or if it's hard, not hard but like annoying, don't do it. It's fine. You can live without it. I'm just thinking of the step, and if I have access to it, I think it's better, but it's not necessary. I can still find my way around how to create an onboarding without having the steps. Alright, then don't do it. It's fine. It's fine. Can I be that designer again, please? That top section, you added a bit of margin on top of the banner. Like, it's not equal anymore. I know. Like, it's 26 here and 24 on both sides. No, you put 20 on both sides now? Okay. It's now 20 on both sides and 26 on top, which is weird. But, okay. Oh, shit. Benny, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, the strokes is better than outlined in some situation, but the outline is better for ease of implementation and avoiding some weird ass render from time to time. It really depends on the SVG, and I think arrow icons are pretty good in terms of how they have been built. If you want another set, I think feather icons are pretty good as well, but it's Like that's one of the benefits of outline icon, is that you can just bump thing and right, whatever. But if Fields doesn't like the outline version of icons, then these ones won't work as well, or either. And Remix is the same, if I remember correctly. I mean, you have both. You have both options of outline, non-outlined. I mean, there is some uselessness, I would say here. If you think about it, no one needs 10 different icons for home. Like, that's just not good. So I don't know. It's just it's a lot of content for no reason, and it will make your life harder in the long run to just like not I mean, how can I say that? Right here, that's one of the thing that happened to me before. Let's say you're on the outline version of things and you're using the home icon, and for some reason in Figma you're duplicating the layer, and it takes a number next to it, right? And then the dev is coming in and looking at the layer name, and the layer name is home 2, not home-2, but home 2. And the dev not exactly checking that it doesn't have the roof kind of thing on the sides. Just implement it with the home 2 in some pages, but in other pages it's home. So basically they're just duplicating the thing, the name of the icon, and in the code sometimes there is like home, sometimes there is home-2, sometimes there is home 2, and you end up with differences in between the pages without really knowing why it happens. And that's why I don't really recommend sets of icons that have like 20 times the same like ID, like briefcase 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot of content and a lot of potential errors when it comes to implementation. So I don't like these. Mainly when it's just like a number next to it, like it doesn't help. So right, that happens. So I wouldn't recommend Remix, even though I love these icons. Right, they are great, they are squared, and they make a lot of sense. A lot of people like understand them when they look at them for the first time, but it's complicated for the names, and the viability, the amount of things that you have at your disposal is just making everything a bit more complicated for you and for the implementation. So I don't recommend it. Okay. That's a clean tiny animation on the side, like on that sidebar. I like that, Stony. That's fun. It's simple, but right. In terms of condition, basic knowledge, general settings, root folders, and encoding. Okay, that's yeah. But the animation is cool. I guess maybe Tailwind has like a bit of an animation thingy as well, but I don't know. I think it's fun. Okay, but anyways, we have the screenshots to take if we want to have this. Ooh. Not that it matters, but right, to have everything every time, because they are all the same thing, and at least I would have the text in these. So used to the other keyboard type thingy. So you can add more folders if you need to, that's cool, and then you can start the encoding, I guess, or define the encoding options. Right. Yeah. Really? Really? Yeah. That's the setup overall thing. Okay, cool. Thank you for the link. I appreciate that. Let's close this just in case. I mean, not just in case, we don't need it anyways. So, yeah. So we have this, which is terms and condition that is basically empty. What would be in the basic of the server? Basic knowledge. What would be in there? Is it like how to use it, or is it I mean, if you want to create a new server, you have no clue, so I'm guessing it's a duplicate of the jellyfin type thingy, right? And then okay, so let's before jellyfin, whatever. You understand. So let's do a 16 around this one because we don't really know. I guess this one can go away. I guess the basic knowledge can go away. The general settings, I don't know. I think it should have been up, as in welcome. I mean, in a way, if we get rid of the basic knowledge thingy. Do you want to use a bit of a dark pattern so that people stay on your app or not? Because we could do that. We could do that. It's easy. You know what? Let's do it. So to keep retention and anything on your app, what we want to do is this. We basically want to have the terms and condition as the last element, so that the people will basically enter all the information that they need to enter to have a server, and then at the end we say, oh, by the way, do you agree with the terms and condition? And because there is no one really willing to undo what they already did, they just will click yes, rather than having to have it in the second section, which usually end up with, oh, there is terms and conditions, and if they read something that they don't want to have, they go away. But just the accept terms and conditions, sometimes just make people go away. So that it depends. I do like to have it at the end. It's a bit easier to manage, and also for the person who's creating an account server. They have it later. I don't know. I feel like it's better. Anyways, So we would get rid, or I would get rid of the basic knowledge 100%. I am thinking about the general settings going into the welcome. Maybe. And then the root folders needs to happen. Yes, 100%. That's cool. You predefined folders. I guess I would personally have like a predefined folder for movie, TV shows, music, and that's it. And then give the ability to create like a new thing. So 3, which is what we are supposed to have as a base, and then the encoding qualities, which I don't exactly know what that entails. I think that's it's the same thing as what we have in the settings, and so it might be a tad too early to define, but also, right, I don't know. And then the terms and conditions, because, right, at the end, people sign. That's what we do. That is what we do. So this one might be a bit different. Might not need this. Might not need this. Is it just this, the encoding? Because if the encoding is just that, we can combine. With the general settings. Okay, so if it's a simple 1080 4K or everything, I kind of want to have something similar to what we did for the color scheme in the first place, right? Something like this. Basically, do you want like extended encoding or simple encoding? Something that will just like display different options, and that can easily go in the basic of Eat Twitch? What do you mean? Sorry, my bad. Did you have like a broadcaster red button type of thing again? That happened at all. Also, I don't know why, but we are back to excellent in terms of bitrate, which last time we were not in excellent. I have absolutely no idea what happened. So I just said, potentially having something very similar to this for the encoding, basically without the colors, but right, just having like the 480, 720, 1080, 1440, and 4K, or just 2, and so you just can toggle extended or non-extended for the encoding. We'll just reuse that component on that section, I think. And in terms of general server informations, what do you mean that makes no sense? It makes no sense to you. Okay, let me. How is it called? You said encoding what? Encoding qualities. That feels weird for some reason, but no. Every folder has the thing. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. I think that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. That might work better. I know I'm a bad ID, but still. Um, my bad. Oh, we are already on that. Okay. Shit. What did you say? 1080 4K? That's the limit. 480, 720, 1080. Yeah. Sorry. What do you mean just no? I mean, you can. I think that works. What do you mean no? You can have this to define the qualities of each folder. If you have it on each folder, you can have that. If you, I mean, you just told me we have that on each folder, and now you're saying no. What the fuck? Fine. That's not as bad as I expected you to give me as an option. But okay, I get it. I get it. Yeah. You basically have 5 of them, right? And it's not a slider, it's a toggle. But yeah. That's so bad. My bad. Yeah, that's. I mean, basically what I'm thinking is here we could have like new folder, and then you define. I mean, this is weird, first of all, but I mean, fine. Um, and then underneath you could have like the encoding qualities, um, right? You said ignore that, but I read it anyway, so I'm now confused. Not bullying the dev. Um, Lenny. I mean, I am, but not exactly, but kinda. Um, I hate this fucking song. Nope, that won't work. Um, Not that. Let's create a tag. I think a tag would be a bit better. And I don't know. I have like an option with a fucking checkbox. Um, mm, Sometimes yes, I agree. I agree. Let me fucking go to the thing, please. Do I have an option with a checkbox? I remember that we have like an option with a checkbox, but I don't know which one. It's the fucking tags. I was right. I was right in the first place, but I made a mistake. That's good. That's fine. Um, yeah, it's just there. Anyways. Okay, that feels better, kinda, in a way. Because they are closer together, and then because we can um, add. Can I like reset fill? Yes, thank you. And then what we can use is this, right? And so when we have these underneath, we can then do that. Checked, and using that, the primary dark thingy, let it highlight itself from the other one, potentially if we wanted to, but I think I think just the check kind of works on its own. If you just need that, right? What you think about that before I read everything that you said in chat, or while I'm reading everything? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I do remember that. I do remember that. The thing that is pissing me off is the size that this is taking, and compared to the size that we have. I mean, specifically here, even though that's not exactly how I would do. Right. Whatever. What is the? Can you explain to me the type and direction right now? Even though I don't know if that's the way that you're doing it, but that is old. Will that exist still? Or now? You can say no. Okay, good, perfect. Would you agree? And he's trying to tell me go to beta so that we can see how we do it. Alright. Alright. Going there. Where's that? In the dashboard? In the settings? In a page that doesn't work? Damn it. I'm on beta. It doesn't work. Okay. So for the creation of folders, right, I would take that, right, potentially just add this here. Fuck. Well, that's a lot more complicated than I expected it to be. I will do that later. No need for it now. So what I'm thinking at that instant is the folder is basically a library. Am I right with that? Like, I mean, it's not exactly true, but it's kind of true, right? Also, now I can't fucking log into anything. It's not exactly true, but yeah. I know technically they can have like multiple folders, but most likely like you need to have a folder to be able to get a library, and you need a library to be able to display the content of a folder. Or nah, or am I making a mistake here? I mean, I can. So, if each one are basically like related, which is what right? If you start your server for the first time, let's think this way. If you start the server for the first time, you need to get the root folders for everything, and basically each new root folders will create a new library for you because it's easier for us to define that. However, for the thing that is annoying on that specific thing is if the user knows, right? If the user knows that they have like 3 folders in that library. But yeah. Yeah, I have a screenshot of that, I think. Kind of the same base. Not the creation, but it's basically the same. So it's that section, right, where you can have... aren't you... Alvi, hi. Welcome on in. I didn't make anything. Stony did everything in code. I'm just restyling everything to make it look better. I don't know. But I didn't do shit. But how are you? How was your day? Clicking add will show that. Yeah, clicking add showed basically the same thing as create, extend, or edit the library, all that. The thing that I'm half annoyed about is the fact that you can half annoyed. It's mainly on that section. I think that shouldn't be root folders, but it should be your libraries. And basically you can create, I would say, potentially, you can create a library and then point to one or many folders. But then the encoding thing, is it folder by folder or is it library by library? Because if it's folder by folder, it's a lot. If it's library by library, that's easier, but I'm guessing that you are about to say it's folder by folder because, right, you can have a show that is need to be encoded in a certain thing because, you know, it's like... yeah. But if you don't have a library that is created, but you point to a root folder, do you have content on the server or nah? Right, if I go into this and I say root folder anime and I don't have a library called anime, yeah, if that works for you, that works for me. So that would mean something like this, I guess, right? You would have a thing that says library name, whatever, and then pointing to folder, and then encoding qualities, and none of that because we don't really care about this. Don't need the title, right? No, I know. I'm not talking about how. I'm talking about if I don't have a library, I cannot see the content of a folder because I need to point a library to a folder, but I cannot just point to a folder and get the content, right? I mean, I know it makes less sense, but I need to tell you where to go, which is the pointing to a folder. But pointing to a folder is easy. However, you don't have like a root everything library thing. As in, no, I know. Okay. From memory. From memory. Plex is doing, you arrive in, you point to folders, and then the endpoints, like the folder that you picked, is the title of the folder that will be displayed in your Plex library, and that's it. And it creates folders based on the folders that you pointed to. And it doesn't have this intermediate thing that you call library right now because currently in Plex you cannot have a place that is containing more than one folder or more than one root folder basically. But then if I point to a folder that has two subfolders, it will pass everything inside and that's it, but it will still keep the parent name for the folder placement, if that makes sense. But it's not, it's a bit different, I think. And you didn't answer to the question, I think. Would it be a folder by folder encoding, or is it library by library encoding? Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with you. It's just it depends on how we name things. So if like if we name things properly, we should be good. That's it. So every library has the encoding profile assigned, but not every folder. So it's basically on the library level that you have the encoding. Okay, that's good. That's perfect for me. Easy Dev. Hi, welcome on in. How are you? Who are you? How did you find the stream? Thank you for your first message. Appreciate that. Thank you. I can't say no to that. You can limit it to one folder per library. Damn, the dyslexia took over on the M-U-E-S. Muesli, thanks a lot for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. How are you? Same question. Who are you? How did you find the stream? I'm sorry for bugging on your name, Muesli. Why brain UE? No, whatever. Full stack dev for 17 years. Well, I've been a designer for 16, so we are close. On the front page, that is pretty cool. Sorry for the ad break of 30 seconds. We have a lot of ad breaks of 30 seconds. That I'm sorry. And yeah, Stony's kind of breaking me, but it's fine. It's fine. The 480p thing doesn't really work for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, not anymore. It used to, but it doesn't now. So it's weird. Did I make a mistake? I did. Dumbass. Sorry. So this needs to be the plus, right? And this is like another folder. That's basically what we want to have here, right? Iron here, yes. Oh shit! I made a mistake. I forgot something. What did you do something? Did you change something? What do you mean? Do you hate me now? No, I don't. Oh, breaking my brain. No, that's the usual. I'm fine with this. You know, I'm okay with it. Otherwise, I would not be here doing it. Let's not have a label because that's how things should have been done in the first place. But because I'm a dumbass, I forgot. It's okay. So basically, you should be duplicated multiple times, and you should have a label, and that label should say root folders. Damn it! My bad. My mistake. So easy dev. Welcome on in, first of all. So we had a design-oriented community kind of thing. So if you have any design questions at some point for anything that you have made or will be making, whatever, you want some advice or feedback on it, feel free to share links and or ask a question in chat. And yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it. Have a good dinner time, cat. Yay. Sorry. That seems like a good idea. Why you have... We don't prefer roast requests, but I mean, we have a lot of roast requests most of the time. It's easier for everyone, so that's fine. Right now, I'm thinking, why not just add the plus folder rather than the plus thing, right? So add a folder with the plus icon, right? This thing right here. But then there is like this fucking misalignment that I kind of don't like. I'm guessing we're at 8, right? No, we're at 12. Interesting. I didn't expect that. We're at 10. It's even better. Even better. Yeah, that's so weird. I don't like that. I think it's just the... No. Yeah. That folder, I guess. So... C/ right username / porn / anime. Right, that's basically what would happen. And we could, I don't know if you want to have like an hyphen. We could potentially get that, or you want the entire thing. Depends on you. That, to be honest, that depends on you. You will absolutely decide. This thing, however, if it fits, I sit. I get it. That's a good reference. We like these. Yeah. So basically what I'm doing is making sure that the library name and the encoding are in the same column to make like a visual hint of the library has the encoding, and then it's point like what are the root folders of that library. So you can just add things. So in its regular format, when like you are in default, you have this, right? You have just a singular thing right here, and then you can add another folder. What I'm thinking about right this second is, do I have an icon leading with a button at the end? I don't think I do. I have these, but that's not what I do. Yeah, that sounds about right, but you can't do pull-ups today, Denny, like Tuesday. Can't. My arms are so dead, I cannot, as I said in the beginning, I cannot have them extended. So, like, reaching for the bar is already enough. I didn't took it off, I just turned them off for the first week of going back to the gym because I'm dead. They will be back next week. What do you mean? These are decent names. You prefer this, I guess, right? If I use the 0 as the All right, I can get rid of that. Even Figma is telling me that there is like an issue here. It shouldn't be. I mean, real path will be documents slash media slash anime, basically. If I have to guess, that would be my base. Yeah. Yeah, Mon, anime, fine. So Swiss? Yes. So it's another way of saying Swiss. And let's say this one is not in document, but it's in download, right? Because you legally acquire anime, of course. What do you mean with the server selection? You mean here? I don't know. It's just not working. It's not working, but it's fine. It's fine. We don't mind. I mean, maybe need a force refreshed. You know, the usual. Also, side notes. Today's food, because we have to talk about it. I went to a place that I went to before I went to Japan, and it wasn't that good. It was okay, but it wasn't that good. And then the next day I was a bit like sick kind of thing. And I wanted to try it back today, and I went midday, and I didn't expect, because last time there was like no one there, I didn't expect to have like the most crowded place ever, but I did like an online order, so it was fine. I did just have to pick up the thing, but it was much better, and it was like a burger and fries, right? Regular smash burger with 3 slices of steak, which was pretty cool. And yeah, 3 smash steak burger, cheese in between each things. The burger was really nice, and the fries were much better than last time. So I have a new burger place that is like a bit further away and takes potentially more time to make, but that's cool. I need to go to Bikini, which is the last one that I haven't tried. It is basically straight up from where I live or where I'm looking for, but it's just, and how can I explain that? It is at the limit of too far away. And Sony, I don't know what you're doing on the servers, but that is kind of crazy. I'm not doing anything, but it's pretty crazy. Don't know what that is, but trying to click on the be refreshing. It's a bit of a Christmas tree type of thing, but yeah. So anyways, I have this obsession with smash burger in Paris, and so I'm trying to get to all of the ones that are close by, and yeah, and if I didn't take pictures, sadly. I mean, I took picture of the fries, but it's just fries, so it's not that exciting. If everything goes as I want it to go on Friday, not tomorrow, but next week, I want to go to a specific restaurant with my sister, and they have some of the most, how can I explain that, aesthetic food, and it's fucking expensive, but it's really great. Let me show you, because I can't show you. I mean, aesthetic is not really the reality of things, but look at that. So first of all, they have cocktails, and so of course, like I'm a sucker for good cocktails, and they are good, but they have like these type of things that are just fucking amazing. And all these, if you like meat, I don't know if you are vegetarian, not maybe vegetarian, like they are so good. And it's not like the most expensive place, it's not the cheapest one either, but they are extremely friendly, and we love most of the thing that they do all the time. And they have been like some of the best date place that I have had since I lived here. And I don't want to make you hungry, right? I'm sorry. But yeah, I haven't been there since I went on a date in 2018. So, I mean, not 2018, 2019. But my sister is coming back, and I kind of want to go there. There or down the street, I don't know, whatever. But just we probably will go for food. Saying that just to say we might have some pictures in the food channel at some point. I don't know. I said that last week and didn't post anything because my phone is just not happy with the format that I take, because I shot the pictures in RAW with the iPhone, and just Discord doesn't like them, so whatever. Anyways, your server thing, it doesn't really work, Stony, so, fix it. If you want to. What is the default? I'm thinking having a default selection for like a 1080 as a selected option as a default, and then you can add or remove, but not like that way. If you forget to click on the encoding, what did you do? Did you click on subscribe to the channel? Did you use your Prime? 4K and 1080? Okay, good. Let's do that. Let's do that. And so if you want, you can just add another one in the middle, but yeah, as default. I think that's a better option. That way, if you just add like libraries and you don't click on the encoding, it's fine. Like, we don't really need you to click on encoding every fucking time, so I would say that's okay. I'm thinking about adding like a divider. I'm unsure, but it could be a good idea. It could be a good idea. Whichever, right? I mean, you do you, and whatever you want to have. No divider. No divider, just more space. Yeah, that will be enough. Can you... I know I don't have access to beta for real, but right, enable high quality. What is the You probably saw things that you were not supposed to see. I cannot look at that on stream. That is 100% the truth. Um, I mean, 4K, yes, why not? I mean, the thing is, right, it's useless to have a 4K thing that will try to render a 4K thing if you're loading a 720 base. Like, that's why it's easy. I mean, I get it. I get it. But for me, it's more of a downscaling rather than upscaling. You can encode a 1080 in 4K, but right. Um, I okay. I'm sure it goes against what you want to achieve, right? Not sure, but like goes against in a way. For me, it would be whatever the base, the source material is, I will just downscale to all the possible resolutions. And so that's why I kind of want the encoding to be at a platform level rather than something else. And so that way I can say, well, I know that I will look at things on my phone, and so I need to just load 720. But if by default you do the encoding for max, so source, and then everything that is underneath, you should be good. You should be good. So rather than have like a selector like this, you just have whatever. It just does it automatically. But yeah, but why then? If that's what you're doing, why the fuck do you want to like have a selector? That the selector makes no sense to me. I mean, it does make sense, but it makes no sense. It's not. Is it the whole point? For real? Or nah? Because I you are encoding things, yes, but like yes, you have a Blu-ray, fine. You scrap it and you put it on the server, yes. Until now, all good. We are all fine. You know what? Maybe the arrow needs to go in the other direction because it's the folders that are that are sending content into the library thing. I don't know, that feels weird. I encode the Blu-ray in 4K with yes. That until now we agree. That's what I have in mind. What when you say this is a power user move or thing? What do you mean by the power user move? No, power user thing. Are you talking about this, or are you talking about the what you're talking about right now, the encoding section. My bad. So, if I understand correctly, what you're saying is the encoding quality right here in the potential onboarding section of the app is basically for the power user. And it's the same thing, I mean, it's still displayed for the people who don't have the skills or are not power user, just in case. That's what you're saying? Okay. So what I'm saying right now is the behavior that you explained earlier of you have a Blu-ray that is 4K, so you you encode it to 4K-ish, and then you re-encode or whatever, I don't know how it works, in lower qualities for devices that cannot display 4K. All good on that. My non-understanding is, why don't you encode from highest quality to lowest quality anyway for everything without the flexibility of defining that? Like, is it that much of a pixels high? Is that much of drive space storage? Okay, it's a storage thing. Okay, fine. That's it. And as always, right? I'm not trying to say that you're doing the wrong thing. I'm just trying to understand, to know what we need to have in the onboarding. So basically it's saving storage by not having to auto encodes 5 things or 5 format if the user doesn't need them. Fine. That's a good answer. It's a good answer. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. So depending on the user and their needs, can you define the? Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. Perfect. That's fine. So it's kind of needed in the onboarding session. That's all good to me. But Lise, how are you? I mean, you're looking, so whatever, but how are you? I have a feeling that this fucking button is not yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense, Stony. That makes sense. I just, as always, trying to make sense of things. Yes, I mean, and I also have like an old Mac that serves as a Plex server, so I have some old use cases. So basically, the content would be stored on the Mac, but the PC would handle the encoding potentially, because the PC is faster. I mean the yeah, okay, interesting. Yeah, that I mean, not that it makes sense to me, but that could make sense. Could make sense. Hmm. Yeah. Do you want to have? What is this update button doing? Hmm. Oh, is it needed? Or can the next button do the same thing? Or can we say that you create your libraries and then when you click next at the bottom, whatever, it just pushes the content? Fine. Fine. I'm unsure about the arrow in the middle. I like it, but I'm also not necessarily. I don't want to. I mean, I have some design ID, but I'm forcing your hands. What do you mean? What am I forcing on you right now? What? Forcing something? Am I? Oh, I don't want to make decisions. I mean, I'm using what we have kind of now to have the pages that we need because we will need them anyways at some point. So I'm saying, why not do that now? It's faster. But I mean, if you don't want to, we can move on. It's fine. It's fine. I think I need like a new library as a base without anything, which would be this, but I kind of want to have the selector folder thingy right here. So whatever. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I guess. No. Not gonna happen. Nope. Not gonna happen. Not an option. Not. No. 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 So let's say that this one is anime, and this one is like TV show, whatever. I'm not scared. I don't want to install more shit on my Mac right now. So I'm thinking about selling the Mac, so I don't want to. A type selector. What is a type then? What is inside of type? I mean, you say beta, but your thing doesn't really load, so like, why do you care about this? We can add a type selector. I'm just, as always, I'm just asking questions. Um, like, but that makes no sense to me. That okay. Let me be clear. It makes absolutely no sense to me to say I have a library that I call TV shows, and I can point to the TV show folder, but I can also point to the movie folder, and I can also point to the music folder, and they will all go into that library. Rather than if I have like a type and you call it like collections, which is basically what you're saying, right? If you create a collection or if you create something specific, whatever, but it has multiple types inside, then the type selector is useless. Because if I say to type TV show, but then inside of that folder I put movies, then it doesn't work. Like if I say it's a TV show because it's anime, and then in the anime section library folder I get the movies that came out, then it's still selected as TV shows, but it's not TV shows. That's what break my brain. It makes no sense. So why do we need the type? I know you said like how yeah, but the thing is, if I'm parsing the folder that has all my animes related content at once in a specific library, which contains also the movies from the anime selection, it means that if I select the type TV shows, I will only see the TV shows, and then if I want to see the anime movies that I have, I need to create a secondary library called anime movies, in which case I select the type movies, and then it will pass the exact same folder and pick up just the one that are more than X amount of time or whichever. Yeah, but that's not existing. Like if you are someone, if you take that for power users, yes, 100%, that's the way to go. However, if you take noobs, as you said your grandma earlier, not gonna work. So it might be a limitation that can be useful, but might not be. I don't remember how our friends at Plex are doing it right now. I forgot. But okay. I have like a feel that when you have a server on Plex, you do not need. I mean, it will if you select a root folder that contains subfolders divided in anime, TV shows, movies, music. It will create the folders for you, and depending on the content, right, you have the thing. And then, if in anime you have movies, it will display movies like in there. I feel, but maybe I'm making a mistake because I haven't used Plex in a long time, so might be wrong. Might be wrong. I don't know if my friend has the SAO movie. Probably. Maybe. You know what? Maybe. Um, I should just search, right? Which way you at? Doesn't seems to have the doesn't seems to have. I mean, it's enclosed into a collection for some reason. I don't exactly know how he did that. I don't remember because that's not my server. You saw what? You saw the episode 7. This one was a specific. Mm. I don't even know if he has the movie itself here. It doesn't. Not there, at least. So I mean, at this point, as I said, I don't really know. Let me check if we have that. In order, right? And do have some anime-related thing because there are movies in there, but I unsure, right? As always, unsure. Um, so, nonetheless, that doesn't change anything in the fact that the type is a selector that to me seems to bring more complication than anything. It might be easier for you as the power admin that you are, and maybe it needs to be there for dev. Whatever, we can add it into the library type underneath. That's really not an issue. But it seems to me that it's really a complication rather than something else or anything else. So I could recommend to not add the type, but whatever. I mean, yeah. From what I remember on Plex is depending on the title or the names of the folder that you're pointing to, Plex knows what's inside because of the name. And then he passes the name of the files, and then it creates the thing and get the information from whatever third party we have, which I guess usually is the MovieDB. But that doesn't change the fact that it seems to be a bit like counterproductive. I don't use Plex anymore. I don't know if the server that I have access to is a legal or illegal thing. I won't say anything. I don't know. I can't. Jackson, hi. You don't enjoy Squarespace? Uh, I mean, I don't know if it's for illegally downloaded content. It might be for legally owned content. I mean, we never know. What's happening with Squarespace, Jackson? It's a weird ass behavior right here. Um, so you placed it above. You placed it above. I mean, you placed it at first. Um, mm, maybe I forgot. Um, yeah, it's the same theme for NoMercy.tv. That's the same ID. Anywho, um, whatever, right? If you need type, we can add type. It's not an issue for me. It's just it might be a tad bit more complicated than expected to get these. Um, Usually, I used to just create the things and then send the page to the dev, but lately they need to have flows because they prefer to not have to think, which I kind of understand. So we have these things with all the states, even though these are the same component every time, but right, hover state typing, uh, being able to press enter, and then having pressed enter or whatever, having all the states. So yeah. So we usually do multiple screens with all states, with on top of that the cursors if needed, right, to showcase which cursor will be used. Oh yeah, so Jackson, it's the same thing for me on Webflow. I am the most annoyed person when I'm using Webflow, mainly because of that similar reason that as I always say, my knowledge of CSS is extremely limited. However, it is enough to edit stuff, and Webflow being Webflow not giving me the ability to do the edit that I need to do in like 3 clicks in CSS is just fucking annoying. So I feel you. I feel you. So I added that fucking title thingy, but I'm unsure about the necessity. I mean, you have type right here, so we can do that. We can say type. I kind of disagree with that. That's something that we didn't really talk about. I mean, ChatGPT is not exactly a topic that we have ventured in since it came out, but I don't think you should use ChatGPT for code if you don't know how to code. I have like a strong feeling against it. In a way, I do feel that the benefits of ChatGPT is giving you like so much information if you know what to ask for, like if you know the prompt and if you do the job that needs to happen. But if you don't know if what ChatGPT is giving you is good or bad, I don't think you should use it. So specifically for code, if you have no knowledge of code and then you're asking it to render something in Python, for example, but you don't know how to read Python, then I mean, you basically trust it, and it will have errors, and you will then need to go fix the errors, but you don't know how to fix the errors. It can have like some vulnerabilities here and there, and it's not as good. So I wouldn't use it, but right, you could potentially. That's true, if you're not careful and if you don't know. So I really think that it's I really think it's a great like great platform, great tool, but that if you don't know what you're doing, you will get burned 100%, and that might not be what you wanted to do in the first place. Getting burned. So I don't know. Right? Yeah. I think it's fun, and it's a great thing to use. It's great stuff to use for like text generation, article generation, helping you to get ideas. But for everything that is technical, I think you should. Type is singular. What do you mean by singular? As in TV show and not TV shows? That's what you're saying? Yeah, fine. Yeah, no, you're right. I get it. So now that we added the type, I am not liking it as much as we did in the first place. I am thinking about placing the type next to the name of the library, but then it's weird to have the arrow to get the root folder next to it, and the grid doesn't work as much as well. So I don't know. You placed it on the far left on your options, but then if I do that and I place it next to the library name, I mean, in a way it works, because you define which type you want, and then you define the name, and then you define the folder. So in order of what should be selected, it kind of works. However, it might bring some destruction in the grid, and I mean, we'll absolutely try that in a second, but I'm unsure. I am absolutely unsure. I mean, it's fine, but it's not great. What's the longest you have? Collections? Hey, you have TV shows, specials, movies, collections. What the fuck you say type is singular? That's not singular right here. You lying to me? You lying to me? It's not good. Anywho, your longest is basically collections. So collections with an S, just to check. I mean, that works better overall. I would say that. Like it, but it's fine. Let me just fix this width so that you get something that makes sense. Damn it. Like 120, I feel like 120 would be okay. Not exactly cool, but what the fuck? Sorry, my bad. Something happened that is not what I wanted to have. Okay. That's much better. Okay, 140. It's okay. 140 seems okay. We have title that just have enough space, right? The 370 is a fine option. And then if we do a hug content here with a hug content there, we have more space for the folder. It depends on what might be longer. Specials should be created with something special. What is this something special type that you would like to have? What goes into special? You want to have like a bit of a rainbow in the background when we select specials. We can. It's not an issue, but I think it needs to stay as an option. That's interesting. I mean, fine. Fine. Can you create a new library from mobile? Is that an option? Or not? Because if yes, then I need to change some things. Can you be on your phone and create a new library? That's what I mean. I mean, yeah, there is a lot of stream element thing. Shit. Well, fine. You don't see why not. I see why not. I see why not. Fuck me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm seeing why not, mainly because of the size of things. We basically need to be at least at... Yeah, but I mean... The wizard is only desktop? Okay. And then go back to bigger tags. That would make thing better, I think. So let me just do one of these again with just one here, right there. Okay, that's fine by me. It's easier for me, it's easier for you. And I'm okay with it. I'm unsure about the arrow, and I mean both would work. It's like the library is pointing to or toward these folders, but it's basically is gathering information from these folders. So I might just get rid of the arrow, even though I like the visual element right here. Maybe without it might just be better. And we can just have like a bit more space in between our two columns, right? That can work. I like it as well, but it's just, it makes less sense. I mean, less sense. It doesn't make much sense to point to the opposite direction in which you are writing things, right? Maybe it just need to be in the other direction, right? Just using left, we use right. Whatever, both work, but it's just whichever. I like it though. I do like it. 24. We have 14 between elements with the 8 top and bottom. I agree. It makes a separation that is more clear because it basically creates more space, specifically here, so it's less noisy, which I like a lot. But right, it helps. Sorry, thought about something. I wanted to do something in the beginning that I know you won't do if I create. So let's not start anything. I don't think that would help. Nope, not happening. No, in the beginning I wanted to have something that is more like I thought if there is two N's or one N every time, I'd always forget. If I just do one, what happened? Funnel? Yeah, there is two. There are two N's. My bad. I mean, it's something that we see often, but as always, right, when I'm looking for these, I can't find them. It's not tunnel, but yeah. Oh, that's the thing, right? I mean, that's the name. I was thinking about doing a thing like this, basically, like arrows that goes from the library thing to each sub level. So basically pointing from here and then having like a secondary trait that goes there and then a third goes there, which is kind of easy to do, but it's just not what we are looking for right now, right? That's why I said let me not start something that you can't, or that would create issues later. I do love the idea as well. Can't deny that. But yeah, it's just like it depends on the computer, Goofy. Also, hi. Yes. For example, I think on my PC, I'm in backslashes, and on my PC in Windows 10, I was in forward slashes, which was weird. And on my Mac, I think I'm on forward slash. Weirdly enough, it changes when I moved to 11, Windows 11, which threw me off because I'm used to backslashes, 100%. But I don't know, shit happens. Shit. Right? I don't know. You want to add this? No, you don't, and I don't want it either. I don't want it. I mean, it's fine, but it's not. It's not good. It is not good. What else do we need? If you know. I mean, you said not that. Not that. Here you have the direction. I don't know what that is. I don't think the other arrows that I did earlier, which were just straight down, made more sense. Mainly because it's not like it's just pointing to everything, so it's just an array, and so it would be a bracket rather than something else. But I think it's easier to just have like one thing, because most of the time when you start, you don't have a secondary arrow that points to something else. So it's fine. It's fine. It is fine. It will be okay. I think that's good. I think that's good enough, ish. Yeah. Goofy, that's not good. That is not good. LSD is not a thing that you do in school. Please be careful. I mean, you can do it in school, but it's then harder to focus on specific things. But yeah, I mean, I did a very weird thing when I was in school in the same chemistry class, basically. Basically, we did like a how is it called in English? Distilled, like when you basically take the solution and you create alcohol from it, like pure ethanol from it. I forgot, and And I knew that we would do that to create like a solution that is flammable and potentially drinkable. And I decided to take like a bottle, to take it outside and taste it, and it was absolutely the most disgusting thing that I tasted. So yeah, but it wasn't like I made a mistake, and instead of blowing, I inhaled. It wasn't purpose, so that's not good. But yeah, it's basically the same thing. Basically the same thing. I guess we're good. I guess we're good on that one, right? You just have to implement that section on whatever the fuck I decide to design on the model itself. I feel like this is huge, but that makes sense. But yeah. Oh fuck. Denny, no. Did I say college? Oh no. Fine. It wasn't for me. Yeah. That very difficult to know. 12th grade means nothing to me. In high school means nothing to me. Subtitle language. What is that? Is that supposed to happen here, or is that something that you want me to take a look at somewhere else? You need to define the subtitle language here? No, not in the library creation. I want the library the thing to be in the general settings, if that makes sense to you. Like, library is here, but general settings where you define the base thing. But that makes no sense. I mean, in a user and onboarding perspective, it makes no sense to have everything in the same space. Otherwise, it's useless to have the onboarding itself. It's just like one setting page, whatever. So I wouldn't, but I mean, if you really want them, it is an onboarding. It's the setup of the server. So it's basically the onboard. I mean, specifically because you had the basic knowledge thing. That's an onboarding thing, and the terms and condition is the onboarding thing. It's not like if it's a setup, you don't have welcome, you don't have terms and condition, you don't have basic knowledge. You just have settings and folders. I can't center this. This is not design. Goofy. Can't. This is the old thing. That's a picture. It is a screenshot. I can't cut it out. That is true. You want me to do that? You want me to do just a... There you go. Better? No. It wasn't the same size. Anyways. So you need a thing for subtitle. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we can do the same thing. we can have something like this again underneath. I mean, not with checkboxes, right? But we can have a secondary section that has like another drop down if we wanted to, but that music is so weird. Um, I know you have a multi-select drop down. Um, what I'm thinking about is potentially to have something like this. These songs are so weird to me. You know what? Yeah, well, I need that. Um, oh, but you don't like layout shift, right? It does complete the vibes. I don't know why everything is just circus themed right now, but it is. Oh, well, hi. Welcome on in. How are you? How have you been? Good evening to you too. Uh, Sorry, I'm trying to find like something that is a bit more heavy. My bad. My bad. That was loud. Yeah, that's better. That's a bit more vibey to me. Um, that's true. I mean, every time that you add a folder, but yeah. So what I'm thinking here is subtitles, right? As an option, and like here saying activate subtitle thingy, and then if, and that's an if, and I hate that it's an if, but if it's activated, then you get this with the languages whatever thingy underneath, or you just have that as a default of subtitle. And it does define right. Kane, hi. Welcome on in. How was the interview yesterday? How did it go? All that. So many questions, Kane. Yeah. Do I have this? I don't think I do. So basically, it's not one of these. It's one of these. But I mean, you have like a drop down. I kind of like the drop down option. Good. Oh, and Omar as well. You had an interview as well. Good. Interesting. Everyone has interview right now. That's cool. What number did you give? Did you say 1? Did you say 10? I'm good. I'm tired a bit. Kind of hungry, but not exactly, but kind of. You know what? I should do that. It would be much easier. So, that's much dark, and you should be here, and that's it. 300 right there. Right, base white. I mean, it depends. Right, you can answer. You can say I'm not. Don't hire me, please. But oh, that's interesting. I forgot. I forgot I did it this way. Um. Not have a hint text. Subtitles. Aaron, hi. Welcome on in. How are you? How was your day? That is a pretty good answer. That is a pretty good answer. That wouldn't be the answer that I would use either. So I get it if he was silenced. Didn't expect that answer. That's 100%. Wouldn't expect it either. Personally, they probably would have said what the master at Figma itself. So whatever, whichever is your highest thing. I think my answer would have been, well, I teach Figma, so I guess I'm pretty good at it. Probably have said that. Probably. So that's the thing. Why? Okay, we will have some things happening later, maybe. I don't know. That is good. That is good. So, Stony, we have multiple options here, as always. We could have tags, which is basically what you said, right? If it's these. Is that what you talked about earlier? Like it's a search space, and then when you type something, you have an autocomplete underneath. I know, I need to sleep. I know. Right, Stoney, is that what you had in mind? No, that's not. He wants to show me a thing. Yeah, that's the base. That's the same thing. So the only difference is just like the tags are a tad different. They are not. Oh, I don't have that. Where and how? Okay, fine. Right. That's basically it. Oh, so sad. So sad. Uh, Good soup? Good. By the way, Kat, do you have the reference of my title today? Oh, absolutely not. That might not be something that you know. I mean, probably, but also where it's coming from. I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. I have no clue. I has no clue. Uh, you don't know where you are? Okay, fine. That is scary as fuck. That would go on top of things, right, Stony? But also, yeah, I can't. I can't make that better. Um, I mean, with that fucking overlap of the button, that's not great. Um, Where's my 500 primary ring? No, not you. My bad. My bad. Here. Yes, that's better. I mean, you have the base anyway, so you don't need my design right here. That's not. It's not needed. It is not. But I will make it anyways. Why? I don't know. We make that purple when they are selected. We could. We could. What are you saying, Stony? I like playing with Figma. Why? Who? Who said that? I guess. I guess. Right? It's not in order, but whatever. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to. And the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like, it should be more in the language itself. That's a specific. There is a U that just went away. Italian, indeed. First of all, it should be in order, alphabetical order. Potentially, I don't know why we have. I mean, the two selected, whatever, it works. But let me just put that under the team library, new library thingy. But mainly what I'm saying is French should be français, right? German should be Deutsch or whatever. Japanese should be written in. Right. Should. And I think that would be better. And also Figma Teddy, hi, welcome on in. How are you? Welcome on in. right? I think that works better. I mean, works better to get the right language for the thing. But also, in the other reason why we don't do it is because sometimes the person that is defining the defining the subtitle or the choice of the language for the other users isn't aware of how things are written. So let's say you don't know how to say Japanese, like you don't know these characters, then that's a bit of a weird thing. So potentially, you have a secondary information, which is that, right? Potentially in like brackets, whatever. I don't know. What are we thinking? Is that a good idea? Is that a bad idea? Is that an idea? Is that too much? Right? Written in your platform language next to it? Do you have this? Can you send me the link to the component in Tailwind? I kind of want to check it out and see how it works and what you have specifically. I mean, I can do that. It's basically this. Oh yeah, I know that feeling. Well, way too much, sadly. It usually means let's not do something complicated while still doing something very complicated, please. That would be appreciated. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, you also have already the thing here. Okay. Cool. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but right. Yeah, it works. It works. Okay. So, what I would say is a multi-select, like with the ability for you to get multiple things selected. So basically a combo box rather than a select menu might work, but I guess that would be my behavior right there to make it work. I placed it under the new library button because otherwise it's like overlapping. That's the main reason. And you can see how the scroll bar is transparent and goes on top of the content. That doesn't bother me at all. Anyways, so we have a 10 and a 40. Let's take a 40 in white and a 10 in white. More visible on the dark mode. Yep. It should like so. Technically, here we should have French and just have like Francais available, right? That's it. But because I want you to have the states of selected, and I will put one in hover, that you can see how it looks in hover, which won't be this. Yes. I won't do French translation, no. On the space? What do you mean? Oh, if you, yeah, if I had more space on the side, but I don't, I mean, I don't need more space on the side on this one. I don't know about this. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. Right, whichever. Write them in English. That works. I don't know. I don't know. This focus ring is just not that good. Anyways, I kind of hate it. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of hate the fact that it takes so much space. Like, that's a lot. Select subtitles. That's it. Right, that takes a lot of space, and I know that. Like, first of all, I'm far away and all that in the design, and then you are on something that has like a very dark background, so the visibility of things is limited for you on stream, but it feels and it takes a lot of space. If I place this here, let's say we are in the default regular option of you just arrived and you just clicked on the new library, you have this humongous thing that takes so much space on your screen compared to what you had here, right? That I think that might be a tad bit complicated. However, in the ideas that I have, it's to potentially pre-create 3 libraries as a default. As I said earlier, you get TV shows, movies, music, and you don't have more width available. No, you don't. Sadly, I wish we had, but we do not. It's already at 1,000 pixels in width, and that's way too much to make sure that it is like fitting in that section if we want to have a sidebar, first of all, and second of all, 1,000 pixels is like basically the max-ish width that you allow if this person who is setting up things is on a tiny-ish screen. So you kind of like it's more of a knowledge on my side that just knows that a 13-inch display will basically allow you to have like 1,040 pixels, and we are at 1,052, so that already means that this section right here is a bit squished. So yeah, I don't recommend it, mainly because that 3 things here cannot be squished more because of the encoding qualities. I mean, we can stack them, but right, not exactly. What's your background already? 2424? Is that the thing? Right. You can't stick it to scale. There is no scale. Like it's flexible. That's it. Like that thing should be flexible. Its content should be flexible. There is no scale. But yeah, it takes a lot of height. I'm thinking about the steps. Thinking about placing the steps on at the top because I know that the tailwind component that we have somewhere exists. I mean, exist. There is like there's the feed thing, but there is also they have like a component that is it the feed thing? Might be the feed thing. Yeah, so you have this, which is not exactly the same thing, but it kind of works. But I know that they have like a step thingy, yeah, that thing. And I was thinking about this potentially, um, or this at the bottom, because that kind of helps. It's kind of easy to get through and like have like an easy understanding of where you are with these horizontal versions. I do like these types because you have like that makes kind of sense. And also you can combine that with buttons, which I do like. I do like to have like, let's say we have 3 steps. So you have like step 1, step 2, step 3, and then you have the button that is next and previous, and next to it. It could be at the bottom in a footer format or at the top. You like the horizontal one, vertical one? I like this tiny one. I like that because it's minimal, but because it's horizontal, it needs to be, because it's vertical, that it needs to be placed on an horizontal auto layout, which means that it will take more space, and we don't have the space already. So I am not happy with that, but it could be a thing. It should be in the application, and it should be, you know what? It could be on the landing page as well. Whatever. It's somewhere. So I know that I have options somewhere. Just forgot where. Not this, not that. It's there. That's the pages. We have these as bases, but what I'm looking for is just that next, previous, next button. That's it. I wasn't looking for the steps because the steps are here. They have. I mean, you like these, right? I agree with you. The big one makes it easier for the user to understand, but they are not good. No, they are fine. I'm just not the happiest with these. I like these, but I like the line. It's basically the same thing that you already have. I hate these checkboxes. It's just it looks bad. The tick looks absolutely bad. Yes, maybe. So you are against the horizontal one? You don't like that? I mean, not against, but like you don't really like them. That's what you said. What do you mean? That's what you've been doing this whole time. Horizontal one? Oh yeah. Oh no, you're talking nonsense about something different. I get it. What's the difference between these things? Oh, small, medium, large in step 4. What? Oh, okay, fine. Let's see. I mean, even that is way too wide. It should be basically here. Wanted to match that. Okay, so let's use our grays in the right positions, or the right grays. Should not. Fine. It is a three-step things. It is a three-step things because, as I said, because it's a setup thing, the welcome gets away. The terms of conditions, you have created an account already if you are setting up the thing, so you don't need these two. The basic knowledge, maybe, but right, basically no. What's in the general setting is extremely limited, as in you have the name. What did you say? In general settings, you have, I mean, you have nothing. You just have like server name and other, and so it's like nothing. Then the root folder is what we did, and the encoding qualities is enclosed in that. So basically, you have 1 and 2 that exist, and the terms and condition of the media server should be included in the creation of an account, or creation of. You know what? It could be in the download page. Like, by downloading, I consent to the terms of services, blah, 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 blah. It works. But even then, if they are different, they should be not in the setup. They should be at the first opening of the server, and that's it. So basically, you have two and a half sections if you really want the welcome. I could go for 3. 3 makes sense to me, but same, right? Could go for 3 here if you want like a vertical version. Anyways. Oh, really? Okay, interesting. I didn't expect that to be there, but okay. Yeah. Not ideal. I don't agree with that last phrase. I don't think you should include the UI setup in at that stage. I mean, let me rephrase things. I don't think you should include the UI setup on first load, unless it's in an onboarding. But this is a setup page, so it's not a customization page. It is a setup page. That's why I'm like kind of against the onboarding thing. Yeah. So you have general settings right here. Here is libraries. Libraries. Yo! Really? And the last one is what? You really need the terms and conditions. Right. That's the order that I would go for, and I think fourth is just pushing things too much. So I think that would be for the setup thing. Like I would have, and that's why I talked about the dead. What do you mean? That's no, it's basically the opposite. You are stealing money from me. um oh, well, we are creating the design of your software. That's it. But yeah, it might be complicated depending on how his knowledge of software is. My voice. I mean, maybe I have like a distinctive voice. What the fuck just happened? That was weird. Anyways, maybe. That's not good though. That's not great. Oh my god. Oh shit, sorry. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. So, what I was about to say though is I would have something built way differently if you gave me the option to. But I don't think that's the case. And also, you didn't want what I wanted to have in the first place. I get it. I mean, I get it, but yeah. Let me explain my thinking. We already had this kind of discussion, not exactly kind of, not really, a bit, depends. Anyways, if it's a bit different here, it changes some. It doesn't change some navigation concept, but it adds to the navigation that we have. Anyways, if you create an account or download the software, and when you open it for the first time, it gives you a model that is a setup model. It, for someone who knows what they're doing, it's no like, no worries, I can fill this out. For someone who doesn't, a settings setup modal as the first screen, basically, because they open the thing, they log in, and then they have that setup thing that pops in, can be scary in a way. And so what I recommend most of the time is to have the UI of the software as complete as possible, with hints and or small tiny models that says, here you will be able to do this, here you would be able to do this, and so on and so forth. And so what that changes is, and we talked about that before, which was getting something similar to what we have in the music section. In the music section, you have your music at the top, and then you have a button that says create a playlist. And then when you create a playlist, you can name it, do the thing that you need to do to create a playlist. And what I would do is, when you are on the libraries page, you have a plus at the bottom of the list, and you can add a new library from the main UI, because it's easier to do it like from here. And from that specific instance, you get the setup page that we just did for one library, not multiple, just you do them one by one. And if you want more like settings for power users, then you can go in the settings or dashboard to have most of the things. But for quick creation, I would have the plus in the navigation. I think that's, we talked about it before, but that's always seemed like a good idea. However, I agree with you on that point. It is easier for you, and it's also easier for the user in a way, to have an understanding of where things are, rather than have everything available every time, everywhere. So if I add the plus underneath the libraries, then it means that we have the creation of libraries available in the main UI and in the dashboard settings section, which is duplicating the thing. So I agree with you on in some points. However, the thing that is bothering me in a way is that you are arriving on the home page when you are loading the app for the first time, and on the home page you cannot create or see your libraries. So I would have a good, I guess, meeting at this time, Figma Atelier. Thanks a lot for stopping by, I appreciate it. Right, I would potentially say no meaning. That's nice. I would potentially say we could have a setup type of thing on the homepage with the micro modal saying you can add libraries from the library tab, but that's weird. There is a lot of things that just don't make sense to me. And I said that before. Here, and that's so weird, but if I don't have any libraries, it means that my homepage is empty, and it means that my music page is empty as well. And so for me, I would say when you arrive on the homepage, the main content, which would be not this one because we don't have the sidebar on the homepage that we talked about, but basically have this, right, basically have this on the homepage. And so I would have my setup in that section. Rather, I mean, first of all, I would have this. So I would arrive on the homepage with the thing of setup that we talked about, we just created here, which can feel weird. But I would have it here, and as soon as you create a new library, you have the library thing that pops in there. But anyways, the point that I was about to say or make is some of the pages that we have in the header are useless unless you have a library, and specifically the music section doesn't or shouldn't exist unless you have a library that contains music. The thing is, the setup page is a limited version of the thing that should be in the settings or okay, good, in the settings or dashboard. So it kind of bothers me that it's limited while still giving you 90% of the options. Not bothers me too much, but still kinda bothers me that what we just did here is not the full definition. Like I would 100% just get the full thing. I think that's easier, but also, right, there is like a lot of content to display and information. So I don't know. And then the theme, like as you said, the UI changes. I would leave that outside of the setup because it's a preference thing. So, like, you don't need to change the UI to have a working server, right? I kind of don't agree. You can force me to go into the libraries page that is empty, that says you don't have any libraries for now, please create a new library first. And then you click on a button and it sends you to the setting page where you create a new library. That would be more user-friendly because that way you know that the creation of libraries is situated or located in the settings dashboard section with or within that sub pages that is called libraries, rather than having like a wizard that is showing you something that you will never see again, if that makes sense, right? Mainly because we made it so simple and so limited in the thing that it can do, right? It just has these, and in the four things you also have the choice of encoder, if I remember correctly, right? That's what we, right? I mean, you could, the encoder setting is something else, but you can change the encoding profile, whatever thingy that you have. So, can you tell me what is country? Count country? Why is that the thing? Is that for the preferred? Okay, so they are not needed. Because if you tell me that this is not needed and this is not needed either yet, okay, don't know yet, fine, let's not talk about it too much. But if just if when you know we can just get by in the Have a good rest of your day. And then thanks a lot for stopping by. Appreciate it. I will be out in like the next 30 minutes for sure as well. But yeah, if you tell me that this is good enough, or not good enough, but like enough settings for a library, I would love to just have this. And if that's the case, then I don't mind having a wizard. But if it's different, I do mind. No, I mean, you can keep all that. You can keep all the options, like as default 1080 and 4K. But I just checked when you create a new library, but I really think it would be easier to get one of these. Let me just right. I really think that, damn, do an illustration type of thingy, and let's do that and that, whatever. Done that as well. My bad. For me, yeah, no, I know. For me, if you arrive on the on the app for the first time and you see this that says no libraries detected, whatever, because I said detected because it was there earlier, and then write something that say to display media, please, damn it, whatever, I don't know at this point. Yeah, that's. I mean, I agree with that last thing. Yes, you're right. Right. For me, if you arrived on a page, which I mean, would be center that thing, kinda. It would be something like this. And let's say that you don't have any media, and then you click on new project because you cannot do other things. New project, new library, whatever. And then that brings you to the setting page where you have libraries, like brings you here, which is empty, and you just have the plus. Rather than having a wizard, that makes more sense to me, because that way the user know where the thing is located. If you do not do that, and you have a wizard in the first place, the user will have to guess where it is, which is supposedly going to be in the settings. I know, shocker, but if you click on that, that brings you to the page, and you get that view immediately, like you arrive on this and library is highlighted, and you know that you are in that section of the software. I think that's better, rather than having a wizard. However, the wizard in the beginning could be, and I'm saying a lot of things right here, but could be for the welcome, the basic knowledge, potentially the general settings, which is like name of the server, other things. And that can be even before you see the UI in the background. It can be overwhelming unless you are just showcasing the thing that you are needing to be. So what I'm thinking about is you get like a page that is whatever. I don't know, let's put it pure black for now. That thing is telling you welcome, blah blah blah. Let me just, right? You get that, and then this is going to general thing, and then this is going to terms and services. So my bad. And then it moved to main UI empty. But it's basically a thing that would be similar to the Cloak login, I would say, like a modal type of thing with just the background without even the UI. So it's not a wizard per se, because right here you have the UI behind it, but I guess that's because it's like loaded on top of a server that is already set up. But just the most minimal thing, I just want like welcome, thank you for using No Mercy, next, what's the name of your server, whatever else you want to have here on general, next, accept the terms and conditions, check the boxes, whatever, consent, blah blah blah, next, open of what I just did here, which is empty, and then from here everything is empty, and we just say if you want to have content you need to create a library, and then you click on create library and you end up on that. And so when we end up here, and also technically speaking, let me go back here, what we can have in the general section here with a pre-wizard could be the UI choices. So yeah, that's also the idea, is just like you want to have a very simple user, like ease in, as you just said. And in the general you can have like, what theme do you want? We selected dark mode because your system is in dark mode or whatever. But you could have things about UI, even though I would prefer not to have them. Just a 3-step, as I shared earlier, of onboarding thingy, like these, right? Next. Right, if you have like a next, then I think it would be easier on the user anyways, rather than arriving on a wizard that asks you to set up a ton of stuff. Right? Ren, thanks a lot for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. Who are you? How are you? How did you find the stream? What the fuck? Sorry, my keyboard just... I don't like the idea of an empty homepage with a locked, with a forced mode. I mean, it is basically the same, right? I mean, if you do that with a modal rather than an empty state type thingy. Bitch. 1 second. Come on. I mean, if we do this, it's not exactly ideal, but if you do this with a modal type of thing, maybe, but even then, I don't know. It could work. Could work. The thing is, I would love to not see the UI per se. So with a blur option, yeah, it kind of works, but whatever. And as always, I don't have choices for colors right here. Yeah, but full black doesn't work. I was thinking of using like your colored background, specifically these ones, but I can't log in into this one anyways. But the one that you have underneath the grid, which is way like extremely colorful, and which has like, it could be interesting. Could be interesting just to bring some joy thing. I think that's because of the usual cookie cache type thingy, whatever. Right, but you could have like this background. I mean, you could have this thing. You could have this page, and just the model itself is the like after login. You have the same model, kinda, with the right logo, not with the weird ass font that I have, but with the welcome. Like, you do that, you press sign in, and then it says welcome. How do you want to name your server? And that's, I mean, right? I would say that's the easiest thing that you can do. Keeping the same visual thing, even though I know its keycloak is different. Whatever, but you could have that. And then you arrive on here that says you don't have any libraries, please create a first library. And then when you have your first library, it will parse the content and you will see your content pop in on the homepage, but like bit by bit, I guess. I guess that's how I would do it. So it's not even, I mean, the wizard is not even useful at this point. I don't know. Do you have like a thing that pops as an ad? I don't think so, but you know, sometimes this thing is blocking. It's not. I don't know. I mean, I saw 2 servers earlier as well, but it just didn't work. So. Ah, that's why. That's why. My bad. My bad. URL was not the right one. Anywho. I don't know why with a full reset it still brings me back to this. But that's not right. I mean, you could have this without the content even. No, not this. Not that. That's not. It's not what we want. Not here. We don't want this here. We want that on that page right there. Anyways, I think what I would kind of like to see. I know I'm breaking everything, but brace yourself for a second. Right, potentially this, potentially this without the spacing at the top. I can't. Was the I get rid of that. Oh, it's here. Oh, there is so much. Damn. And if I get rid of that, right, that won't. Oh, that can. Okay, my bad. I don't think you do. Not when you are setting up the profile. I mean, not when you are logging in for the first time. What I'm saying is just the thing that you would have in the background here. I'm not saying for everything. Like I'm saying, if you click on the so you have a skip thing right here rather than confirm whatever. So if you are in the onboarding funnel and you click skip, then you arrive on the empty version of the thing. However, you cannot skip the general settings, so you would need to have like a next type of things followed by the general settings, then a next, and then maybe terms and condition, which you like click next as well, and then when you click next, it unblur the background and it showcase the content. Does that make sense? I mean, I know it's weird, but right? No, yes. Does that make sense? No, it's weird. Yes, yeah. It's not so weird. It's just different. Let me see. Can I do that in a second and a half right here before I decide to go to sleep? If you have that being your header, bitch. Okay, so if I do that and I put that thing in pure black and I take this and I add one of our gradients. Let's use that for now. It's a bit too green for me. Right. Damn, didn't expect that. I need a new page. 1 second. And the place where that is easier to get. So if I have this followed by this, followed by this, followed by this, yes. So bad. 1 second. Okay, so this, and this wide, and then this. Okay, and then on top of that, you want to have your model right there as a non-static element, and right sorry, that's why cannot. Oh, that's why? No, that's not why. I don't know why. I don't know what's happening. It's fine. Is that not? Something is not working. Damn. Heroine? Thanks a lot for the follow. Sorry for butchering your name. It's difficult for me. How are you? Who are you? How did you find the stream? Welcome on in. Why is it not working the way that I want it to work? That makes absolutely no fucking sense. It's just not. Anyways, 1 second, and then I will have what I kind of had in mind in a way. Right, so if I'm here and I click on that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know I can't. Let me see if that works. So, oh shit, no, that won't work. My bad. 1 second, I forgot that. I mean, I'm guessing that the TTS didn't pronounce it properly either. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to have. That exactly. So let me just make that black or more black right here, and make these right. What the? What do you mean align the chat? The chat is aligned. That is aligned. Anyways, let me just do that for a second. basically, what I had in mind is you enter the app for the first time. You get the blurred effect on the background. It's just the background. It doesn't have any content in there. You press next on the modal that says welcome. It expands to its size for the like general settings, which contains the title of the server, maybe, I don't know, something else like the general informations that you want to have, whatever it is, right? Then you click next. You go into the terms and conditions. That is a wider thing because it's a reading section. And then when you click next, look at what happens in the background. The thing disappears, and then the header pops in. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. And no, I didn't see the toggler thing that you shared on Discord. Let me check. Did you share something on Discord? Where did you share it? Oh, this? No, not this. Oh yeah, that yes. Not what I call toggle, but yes. Yeah, I did I don't know if you remember, I did a Figma thing with that a long time ago now, but we did a Figma thing without the blinking. But yeah, that's a cool button. If you want the link, that's the link. Anyways, yeah, we did saw something similar and we created it. Maybe. Maybe it was an assignment. Probably. Okay. Now that you have the code, I mean, nothing can stop you, right? Anyways, does that make sense, Stony, for you in terms of what I wanted to have in the background? I'm just speaking background right now. I'm just saying, like, getting onboarding, well, ça va être compliqué. Ça va être compliqué de parler onboarding en français juste là, quand même. Oufy, c'est pas le bon moment. C'était pas le bon moment pour le croissant. Non. Pas le bon moment pour le croissant. Je sais bien, mais il y a des rédemptions qui apparaissent et du coup, bah, on est obligé de parler en français pendant 2 minutes, hein, voilà. Oui. Du coup, qu'est-ce que je disais? Ah, bah Jérôme, du coup, parfait. C'est vrai que maintenant que je le lis, je me suis dit, est-ce que c'est... Mais... I mean... Est-ce que c'est je? Non. Est-ce que c'est... Jérôme... I mean, le J, E en Dutch, c'est souvent je. I mean, pour moi. Du coup, j'aurais tendance à dire je, mais je sais pas. Mais Jérôme, pourquoi pas? I mean, oui, c'est un mot français que j'utilise un peu tous les jours. Ok. Et comment tu prononces du coup I mean. comment tu prononces en néerlandais? And now we can go back to English finally. But yeah, no, I'm usually French. I don't like to speak French, but that happens. So Tony, we are back. It's a bit difficult to explain. Okay, fine. I mean, I feel like it's a year, but probably wrong. Probably wrong. But fun to see that you speak French. Fun to see that you speak French. Jeroen. Oh. Yeah. That happened. That happens. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. So Stony, right? Model, expand, retract, whatever. The last one is just way too fast. I hate it. Why the fuck is it not the size that I said it should be? Right? Right? Yeah, it's much better. That way we can see the difference. Not the difference, but like the transition in between states. I do like that. To have just the content that retract, and it will probably have like a bit of an empty state right there saying, oh, you don't have any libraries. Do you want to create your first library? And then it logs in. However, right, this is a post login type thingy, so I mean, I think you did that already on the transition, and so I believe in you, right? Am I not allowed to believe in you? I get it. If you don't want me to believe in you, but fine. Oh shit! I made a mistake. That wasn't supposed to be here. It was supposed to be there. Because I'm trying to recreate like just the profile picture right there. That's it. That's not the right key. And then we need. I want the logo on the side. Not forced against your will. You are. I don't know. That's it. That's the logo. Sorry. How does that look? I just want to see the transition. Bitch! Yeah, like this. Like this, right? That's the main ID. Let's do an 800 to be a bit faster. That we have. Yeah, right? That makes sense. Like a cool transition. Between scene A and scene B. It's just. It should be easy. Sony, that should be an easy transition. Specifically because you have fucking nothing behind. You have absolutely nothing behind. And it's basically. Yeah, it's basically adding more padding to the top and or having a negative placement for the header. That's it. Because if you have a negative placement for the header and then you push it to the positive, then you should just have that pop in. So should be good, right? I think that you should be good. So, right. Anywho, that's the base that I had in mind, and then the transition is just a bonus. You don't need the transition; it's just there. All right. Anyways. I think that's an easier thing to do than a wizard. I don't know why. It feels like a simpler thing to get into, specifically for the user. Oh, you can't. No, you can, but you just press the play button on the top right, in the right page. If you're on the right page, you press play and you're good. Yeah, that's basically it. It's very simple. Nah. Right. Right. I don't know. Are you in the right space? Yeah, you need to click on the on each of the black boxes. Otherwise, right? No need. Or useless, whatever, how you want to call it. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I think that's the move. Sadly, I think that's the move. I need a interesting. Oh no, but I mean I can make it a set thing if you wanted to, but that's for later. Anyways, as expected, I am 40 minutes more than what I expected to do. So we're going to rate someone. Someone in question is Pot because she's live right now, and it's been like, I don't know, 2 days since I rated them. So right, that happens. Yes, I could have streamed for 40 more minutes to get the 420, but right. Yeah, I had something to announce, but maybe I would announce these tomorrow. I don't know. It never feels like a right time to announce things. So we'll see tomorrow if I have the strength to do it. Anyways, as always, if you're in chat and you're a sub, you can do the rate message for subs. For non-subs, this is the rate message for non-subs. You can follow socials, all that bitch ass thing. If you want to join the Discord, if that link still works, I don't know at this point. Anyways, as always, I should be back tomorrow if everything is going fine and I'm not dead, which can happen. We never know. So, right, I will do my best to have like a bit more of the onboarding session thingy tomorrow. Right, that could be better. And yeah, as always, and enjoy. Yeah, I mean, Kat, you could have the news a bit earlier, but anyway, I'm running out of time. You know what? Bye. See ya.